After all the news that's come out about this, you know, one side or the other, I think all the facts of the case have been made public by the prosecutor and all that stuff. How do you see this whole thing playing out?
Let the court system work. I'm sure Zimmerman's parents are devastated as well. I'm sure everybody is devastated. I'm sure that moment where he had an opportunity to change direction, I'm sure he will go back 1,000,000 times and do it, but we can't. So that being said, let the court, let the prosecution and the defense, you know, plead their case. I have my own opinions about everything. I say like the stand your ground rule. You know, I have a problem with it, because if you can manufacture something, and I'm not talking about the case now, but if I could come up to you and manufacture a situation, and then be able to get away with it, I think that rule or that law it needs to be addressed, because that could be to anybody. That could be your mom, that could be your father, that could be your kids, cousins, friends, anybody. I think that's just, you know, that's a slippery slope for people to have that type of power and to actually be able to annihilate someone and go home and go to sleep. That's not how I think the system should work.
How would you describe what this case is all about?
What it is about truly is an intersection of two people that turned out to with a horribly tragic occurrence and ending, and that's the loss of Trayvon Martin's life. And I deal with those type of cases time and time and time again in my practice. And like I said, it's a 4-minute event that could be identified and resolved by a jury pretty quickly. So in that sense, it's quite focused. But again, when you add to it all of what has been added on top of it, that every person with a blog has an opinion, or every person with a Twitter account has an opinion, it's been an amazing amount of information to try and wade through to find out if there's any substance to it.
It's being played out in the media and in social media and in ways that we hadn't even dreamed of before this even began.
The Trayvon Martin case is precedent-setting in so many ways, unlike anything we've ever seen. And I think it really goes to the emotion that it has stirred in the heart of America. I mean, no matter what side of the issue you're on, there are so many issues that reach out to everybody in America and abroad. When you talk about these stand your ground laws, these equal justice laws, these issues of profiling, because anybody has the potential to be profiled. And especially hits home to the minority community, because how do you protect your children from being profiled? You can't be with them every waking moment, and so when they're out there, you have somebody who can potentially profile them, like a Zimmerman or the police or anybody, and so you just pray and remember, it's just like Sabrina Fulton said, he's not just our child, he's your child, he's all our son, because it could have been your son.